This is day 2 of learning Fortnite, where I'm going to learn how to do edits. I will go from being able to do single edits to double edits. I will then break down the steps that were takeaways for me. It's 4 o'clock and I have until 8 o'clock to learn double edits. So first, what I did was I went on the pit just so I can warm up my fingers before I learn this skill. Okay, now that I am warm, I'm going to go on Flea's editing dictionary just so I can get the movement and timing down. Since most of my movement and timing is down, I'm going to switch from Flea's editing dictionary to creative. Most of my practice is going to be dedicated to a creative map. The map that I'm going to use is the block. I'm going to start by practicing my single edits. So these are kind of what my singular edits look like right now. I had the pre-edit. Okay, there. Yeah, so as you can see, my single edits are not the best right now. They are sloppy and I am pre-editing my floors by accident. This keeps happening. Now, this took me around 30 minutes to get, but there were mistakes that I was making that I want to note at the end. This is just a time lapse of me learning single edits. This is now what my single edits look like 30 minutes later.
I don't know.
When you master the floor edit, practice the same thing, but with cones.
Okay. See, I think there is a pattern.
And here are my takeaways. Don't use an edit course. I mean the ones like these ones on screen. The reason that you don't want to use these is because you want to practice actually placing the builds instead of the builds actually being placed for you. The best map is to use Flea's editing dictionary to learn the movement and timing, but don't spend a lot of time on it because it will slow you down. Then, after you get your movement and timing down, go into creative and actually learn to place the builds and edit them. Practice timing and start slow. These two tips go hand in hand, but when practicing the timing, start out slow. You don't want to go too fast and mess up every time. Instead, go slow and slowly go faster. This will ensure that you will press the buttons in the right order with the correct timing with editing and placing so you don't mess up on accident and pre-edit your floors. Edit the top to bottom square. Doing this will ensure that you're making the correct edits and prevent you from getting caught in your build. This also makes learning double edits easier because you are already doing it right from the beginning. And the final takeaway is don't give up. Something like double edits may be hard for some people, but I promise, if it took me 4 hours to learn this, then you will be able to learn it quick too. Now that I have mastered my single edits, I started to practice double edits. These were my first couple tries. It's kind of weird to press buttons fast with pinky and ring finger. Oh, there it is. This is what it looks like. Ah, I accidentally pre-edited that. I was not good at these at all. They were very slow and sloppy. Here is a time lapse of me learning double edits. This was only a fraction of the amount of time that it took me and the amount of tries, but after 3.5 hours, I finally did it. It was my first consistent double edit. And these are my takeaway for double edits. They're a lot similar to single edits, but they're different too in their own way. So the first takeaway is know how to do single edits. This tip is pretty obvious, but I thought I would say it anyways. To learn double edits, you should know how to do single edits consistently. The next takeaway is to start off slow. I said this with single edits, but the same thing applies to double edits. How I slowed down was I had sprint by default on, and I just crouched while moving forward the entire time while making the edits. This made me more comfortable with also the timing with editing and placing down the builds, and it just made me more comfortable for when I did the final double edits while running. Now, the next takeaway is to get the timing right. Timing is especially important with double edits. If you don't press edit and select edit in the right order, then you will get caught. And if you don't place your build but you edit, then you will accidentally pre-edit the build and get confused. With double edits, it's a rhythm that you have to find. How I found it is I held place build for the stair and floor and cone. Right after that, edit both the cone and floor, then place the stair, floor, and cone. Edit it, hold place build, and repeat. The next takeaway is to look to the far right when doing both of the edits. This just ensures that you don't accidentally re-edit the floor right after you already made the edit, and just will make sure that you make the edit and don't get caught, which is pretty annoying. The final takeaway is to use turbo build. Everyone should have this option on, but if you don't, make sure you do, because it will make placing the builds for double edits a whole lot easier. This was the progression and how I learned to do double edits. All of the footage from this video was streamed. If you want to watch me progress live on my Twitch, it will be in the description. I am live nearly every day. The footage from this video is also uploaded to my YouTube, so if you want to watch the entire stream, it is uploaded right there.